So a few months ago here on the channel, I featured an inexpensive knockoff fixture called the Stormy. You can check that video out on the link below. This fixture is a very good option for people who want really good color saturation and flood on your stage. A few weeks ago, I took that exact fixture and plastered it all over a stage. And so today I wanted to show you how you could take this inexpensive fixture and do a larger stage design with it. Now you'll notice on this stage we used a large number of the Stormy fixtures along with LED screens. And obviously when you're putting a bunch of LED screens on a stage, it certainly helps the look of the design. So this design really comes off looking fantastic as you're using these Stormy fixtures along with a really expensive LED wall. But I've certainly used the fixtures without the LED walls and had amazing looking results with them. One key feature of this design that you'll notice is I used some really cool video light stands. Now these are impact light mounts, and they have 5 mount positions on them, or 5 C-pins as they're called in the industry. I simply got a yoke to C-pin adapter and put it on each and every one of these Stormy lights, and then I just mounted the Stormy lights to those impact C stands. Each yoke adapter would hold up to 5 lights. I chose to just do 3 lights on each stand. The look turned out absolutely amazing, and using fixtures in large numbers like this, especially if you start to program a lot of slow fade chases, it comes off looking absolutely astounding. Me and my good friend Zach actually designed the stage setup, but I had Carter Stringfield, another buddy of mine, actually come in to do all of the programming. He used Show Express, and I wanted him to talk briefly about the way he designed the weekend on Show Express.
The goal of Show Express in this setting is that we are all in manual mode, all on the fly as we go. In this setup, we have a group of backline fixtures and a group of trees that correlate to both sections on our screen. These also correlate to faders that are down here on the MIDI controller. If I wanted to color, let's pick white, and this section is for all fixtures together. I can control the dimmer with both faders for each group. We also programmed amber and white for the backline and the trees that I can control independently if we wanted to. That is all controlled through MIDI as well. The biggest thing with being able to use touchscreen is that you can control independent groups, which makes it easier to control the fixtures on the fly. What I like to do is have fader control, colors, and then any movements or effects as well. If something did happen to the MIDI controller, I'll be able to manually control dimmers with this section for all fixtures at one time. I like to break it into 25, 50, 75, and 100% on dimmer controls. We also have different effects. We can do a sine wave, and it takes whatever color I apply. So if the color isn't applied, then nothing will output. What I normally do is select a color and then the sine wave. We could also do just a sine wave with just the center trees, but since I have a fader built in for the backline and white selected for all, I can bring them in the sides independently without relying on the center fixtures. The good thing about the fader control is it will hold the last known DMX configuration. Even though there's a sine wave running in the center, I could override it with a fader, but then if it dropped the fader to 0, it would still hold what was in place previously. Another thing that we added in was a momentary button for a quick chase. When pressed, it would fire that scene for this chase and then come back to what was in place prior. The momentary button will take over the scene essentially. We also have a strobe feature which wasn't used much for this setting.
So for those of you who are looking for a non-moving light design for your worship stage, this could be a really, really cool option for you.